Many people think that the biggest mistake when buying land in Enugu is overpaying, but that's not true. So there are basically three most important factors that you need to consider when you want to invest in Nigeria, especially here in the city of Enugu. So the number one factor is location. So this location is a very important factor whenever you want to buy land. Outside having a budget for your investment, you also need to consider the location that you want to invest into, because location to a large extent will determine the future value of your land. So if you want to buy land, you need to consider location, because it will help you to know the possible place that you need to invest depending on the purpose of your investment. So take for instance, you want to buy land basically for land investment where you're expecting a massive return on your investment. Then you should be looking for locations that you should be looking for emerging locations, or maybe underdeveloped or developing locations, because such locations will help to give you massive return on investment. And if you be able to buy in such location, you are sure of getting massive return as development keep coming in such location. Also, if you want to buy for a residential purpose, you should be thinking about good neighborhoods where people already live in. I mean, you should not be planning to buy a land where you can build. And if you are looking for a location that is very bushy or where people are not staying, that will not be right for that kind of investment. So location is a very important factor whenever you want to buy land. Like I mentioned earlier, the future value of your investment is largely determined by the location that you are investing into. So consider location whenever you want to buy land. So the number two is title. Title is very, very important whenever you are making any form of land investment, because without a title, it simply means that the land does not belong to you. So title is basically what confers ownership. So I'm talking about title like deed of assignment, C of O, deed of sublease, register survey plan. All these things are title documents. They confer ownership. So whenever you want to buy land, you need to consider title. Ask people, what is the title covering this property? I've seen most investors, especially first-time buyers, who make the mistake of buying land and they only receive receipts without receiving a title document over that property, and they think they have everything that is take to own that property. So even if you've gotten a receipt, it's still not a title over that property. So you should look for other titles. For instance, here in the city of Enugu, we have titles like deed of assignment, deed of sublease, we have CFO. All these titles are used in land transaction. So when you want to buy land here in the city of Enugu, please request for the title covering that property before you make any transaction, and always ensure that that title is very genuine by verifying it at land registry. Finally is price. So price is a very, very important factor, because when you want to buy land, you need to have a budget. And once you have a budget, you should look out for properties that have made that your particular budget. So you cannot have a budget of 5 million naira and you are looking for a property that is worth 10 million naira or 15 million naira. Understanding the price of property will help you not to go above your budget. So you sure that, okay, this property that you want to buy, the price is within your budget. And now when I talk about price, I'm not just talking about the price for the land. I'm talking about also the price that covers for the document, for the development, for the agency, and every other fees that are accrued to that kind of investment that you want to make. So when you want to buy, consider price and ensure that everything that is involved in that land transaction, your money or your budget covers for it. Now, before you buy land here in the city of Enugu, you need to consider these three factors that I mentioned to you. I talked about location, title, and then the price. Now, if you want to invest in the city of Enugu and looking for a guidance, just go ahead, call or WhatsApp the number showing on your screen, and we'll help you make the right investment.